everybody.
Hello,
Hello,
hello.
everyone.
How's everyone
Happy
doing?
Sunday.
Happy Sunday it is. Happy Sunday it
Happy
is.
Sunday.
Yes, how are you today, Plum?
I'm doing okay. A little tired, but I'm okay. You know,
You had a rough week last week, right?
very rough week. I mean, not too rough. I mean, I don't want to over exaggerate it, but yeah, it was a week. The week was weakened, so yep.
Week was weekend, but you made it through. Thank God, right?
Yes.
So today is Ross' birthday.
It is my baby's birthday. He is 1 years old, you guys. One.
Is
Like a year
one.
went by already. He's one. Like
He's
it's crazy.
one. I
It's
mean,
crazy.
wow. Oh my goodness. Thank God. His birthday is today, and I celebrate my birthday tomorrow.
Yes. She wanted him to come on her birthday, but it was not gonna happen, okay? It was not, okay?
Well,
Ross said, no, I'm here. I'm not waiting. I'm gonna be here in 4 hours after you go into labor. He wasn't playing, so
he wasn't
yeah,
playing.
he wasn't waiting.
He
Nope.
was he was not waiting. He
No.
was ready. He was
He
ready.
was ready.
Well,
Hey,
one
Alisa.
hello, hello. Come on in, join us. Tell us where you signing in from.
Yes.
Tell us where you are signing in from. We have some juicy topics. Yes, and
Hey,
we
Miss
want your
Linda.
input, your comments, your suggestions, your
Yes.
remarks. Yes,
Yes.
we're gonna
We
have
welcome
this.
them all.
We welcome them all. Yes, we
Hmm.
may agree to disagree, but it will all be respectful.
Yes.
That's our
Yes. Oh,
intention.
thank you. Lisa said, happy first birthday, baby Ross. Birthday, Ross.
Yeah.
Happy first birthday, Ross. Um, Miss Linda said, happy birthday, baby Ross. Jasmine said, hey, hey, South Jersey. I know that's a
Yes, yes.
South Jersey Jazz. Okay.
Welcome, welcome, Linda. Welcome, Lisa. Welcome, Jasmine. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We want to put
Yes.
out a disclaimer that anything that we may say could be alleged information, but most of it would be our opinion, comment, remarks, suggestions. And
Yes.
we're just going to have some fun and enjoy ourselves this beautiful Sunday.
Yes. Sunday.
Beautiful
Yes.
Sunday.
Yes. Yes.
So we're going to start off with something um, about parents that's
Okay.
been in the news and is coming up, is actually increasing more and more when we talk to people
Okay.
who have their own daycare centers. It has been reported that parents who are enrolling their children in agenda is over 4,000%. What do you think is the reason? What's going on? Why is it such a secret whether you're having a girl or is a girl or a boy or
Wait, so I'm getting confused. So is it they're talking about enrolling when they're enrolling their kids, right?
they don't want to identify the gender. They're not.
Because they're confused. These parents are confused. Now hear me out, parents, okay? Um the whole gender identifying thing still kind of throws me for a loop, for lack of better words, at this age. When you're grown, you 18, you didn't live life. I mean, even 18, you ain't really live life, right? But whatever. Um, yeah, I just when they're that young, I just feel
Mhm.
like what is the purpose for not in that sense. Now, everybody will feel differently, right? As far as if they have children that identify as something different than what they're born. But for school purposes, don't you think you should give them the correct information? Like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I'm not, I don't understand. I don't understand the purpose.
I
Uh,
don't
um,
either. I don't
Gender
either.
identifying when you're older, you want to be addressed as a certain way, but these are like these are children. Like, um, yeah, somebody else got to chime in because I don't want to be offensive. or yeah, I don't want nobody coming for me. But I just don't, I don't get it. I'm sorry.
I don't
I'm
get it
sorry.
either.
Babies, I just feel like, I know, Mom, me and you have watched a couple videos about children. They don't look at the world like we look at the world at
No.
all. Racism, the color of your skin, anything like that when they're born.
Right. You have to put
So
stuff in their head. You have to put
you
things
have to,
in
yes,
their
you have to tunnel that information to them. If you ask my son that's 2, who took your toy? He's not going to say little white Timmy, or he's going to say the boy with the blue shirt on, or something to that magnitude. It's not.
Mhm.
That's not. Yeah. So
Something's wrong
I
with
don't
that.
know, child. I wish somebody on here that has a child that identifies as something other than what they were originally born, and is doing these things, if they could come on the live and please chime in and give us
Yeah.
some information. I mean, hey, we don't know.
This is actually a learning moment for me and for most parents as to why. And most children, when they're 3, 4 years old, they don't really know. They don't
What
have
they
any
are.
identifying factor of who they are.
No,
In my opinion,
no,
they just existing.
no. They're just now, not to be graphic, but at these ages, these tender ages, they're just realizing what body parts they have. Like, they're not really, but they're not identifying as like, oh, I have this because I'm a boy, and she has that because she's a girl. They're not thinking about that. They're like, oh, look, a new toy. They're
Right.
not.
Ooh,
They're
what
exploring.
is
They're
this
trying to
thing
figure
down
things
here?
out.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What is this thing down here? What is this
Exactly.
sticking
Why
out?
is it moving? Why is it not moving?
Yes.
What's going on?
What I use it
Jasmine
for?
said, I think it's just people buying into the gender identification. Your child would identify as a spider, as a Spider-Man or a cloud if you let them. Yes. You know how many little boys run around? I'm Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
Superman.
They're not, yeah.
Imagination
I
is just,
totally agree, Jasmine.
yeah, it's crazy.
I'm lost.
Thanks for
I'm
joining,
lost.
sis. That's a good comment, Jasmine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely a good comment. But I figured this would be a great topic to try to get some understanding exactly why is it being held, this information being held from the daycare centers and from the childcare centers and from the schools,
Like, what's the
especially
purpose?
as toddlers.
It's a toddler. Like, I'm trying to just think of, you know, okay, job
I don't
applications.
understand.
You may not put that you're black, right? Or you may put that you're black, or you may not put that you're a woman. You may put that you don't want to, prefer not to say, but this ain't that. So I'm just trying to figure out in what world is this even necessary?
I don't know. Maybe they figured that their child would be picked on because of the color of their skin. I don't know. We would have to get a
No, but we're
parent.
not talking about skin color. We're talking about
Skin color or
identifying
gender.
gender.
Yeah, that's what I
So
mean.
for me, it's just like, are you doing this to push the agenda of, if you have a little boy and they want to be addressed as them? So when I'm in class, now I'm gonna confuse the mess out of these 5-year-olds, and I'm gonna say them, and they're gonna be looking like, like, then it's a whole can of worms, because now you're gonna have to teach what that actually means.
Yeah, true.
So I just think it's just
that could be a little, I don't
very
know.
tricky.
Yeah, that could be a little tricky, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to the next subject. And I know many of you may have heard about Tyler Perry praying for Bishop T.D. Jakes. Folks are having a lot to say about it. Why is it that people can't just pray for another person without all the negative feedback?
Okay, so here's my take on it, right? Okay. I like Tyler Perry. I watch his movies.
I love
It's kind of like with Tyler Perry, either you like him or you don't.
Brooks.
It's not really in between, right? I like him. I like the fact that I like his backstory, how he was homeless. He still pushed through. He persevered. The things that he's doing for the Black community, even though Black people don't really want to acknowledge it. Who else is
He's
owning their
hiring.
own
Yes.
studio? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Their own studio, named it after all black actors and actresses. You know, he could have ran and did something with the white folks with his money, honestly. And this is
Truly,
just
he could have.
just fact.
He had choices.
I think the part that people are thrown is that when Tyler Perry, I don't know if you have the footage, but if anybody else have seen it, when he was praying over him, he put his hand on him, and the way TD Jakes fell out, I don't know. You just got to see the video, because it's just, I don't know. It's just, I'm not saying that Tyler Perry could be more holier than TD Jakes for all we know. We don't know. But I just think the perception of now I do disagree with, because you hear a lot of things in the social media world about it, and they're saying, oh, TD Jakes is he's I guess like co-signing that Tyler Perry wears dresses, and he's an actor, for goodness sake.
Right.
Like, that has nothing, that's not the same as what you're trying to put out there. So that I disagree with, but it is a little, I think it was funny. I mean, even though you shouldn't laugh at stuff like this, but I just thought the way that the video came out, the way that I won't say it looked like a Tyler Perry production, but it definitely was different. And I guess maybe, I mean, this is just my own experience. I never seen somebody else pray over TD Jakes and TD Jakes fall out and all of that. I've never seen that.
But it depends on how he was.
If you see the video,
the anointing of God laid upon him.
Absolutely. Listen, I am a Christian. I believe in the Lord. Okay. All of the above, right? I love God. Like, I'm not taking that from him. What I'm saying is that the way that the video, and everything is editing, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if this was the actual original video, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But the way that the video that I seen, it was I don't know. Somebody else chime in. I mean, somebody else has seen it. Okay. We got some people. Kudos to Tyler Perry. Linda said that. Cousin Danny, hey, thank you for joining. Mama always told me to never let the left hand know what the right hand does. Okay, I'm guessing that was back to the topic about the children, per se.
Okay.
Jasmine said, I haven't seen it, but it sounds staged. Miss Linda said, can we play the video? I don't know if we have the footage. I know my mom is going to see. But if we don't have it at this very moment, we definitely will upload it on our page and, make sure you guys get the content. But the way that it happened, it was definitely, it looked like something that could have been in his movie.
Really?
I'll just put it that way.
But I wouldn't mess with it, only because I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna show it real quick.
Okay. And y'all sit tight and y'all watch it and let me know what you think. Okay.
I think it was anointing, but we'll just, God works in mysterious ways.
He does. He definitely does. So I'm not taking anything from Tyler. I'm just saying, as far as when I first seen the video, it took me for a loop. Like, okay, this is different.
Right.
And he's no stranger to saying that he believes in God and how good God is. So.
Right. All right. So. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Just give me a second. I just want to make sure. Let me.
For sidebar, Aunt Dot said, if Bishop don't mind, why should anyone else? Exclamation points. Okay, I hear you, Aunt Dot. Right. Yeah, for me, honestly, about this subject, I don't care either way, because it ain't got nothing to do with my salvation and how I'm getting to heaven. So people just, got something to say about something. So I'm not surprised.
I'm trying to pull it up. Just bear with me. just for a quick second. I did have it. Just when I see it there, but now I'm trying to play it there.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
The blood of Jesus will come upon you right now. Keep you in his hair. God, I thank you for your blessings. Come on, somebody give God some praise. He's pushing that baby out. Come on, he's pushing that baby out. Somebody holler, push, push. Now come on and praise it.
Okay. So, all social media put sauce on it. So they had music playing in the background of the video that I seen. It was more,
Wait,
clips to it. It's not more clips, but you get what I'm saying? Like they spin it. So I don't know. Hey, if is he and here's my other question. Well, is he a pastor? Is he of the cloth of any way, or was he just praying for him?
Let me just say this. When you are anointed and you are in the house of God, us looking from the outside in, we have no idea how the Spirit was led in the house of God. And for me, I'm not playing with that. I believe in my heart, I believe that Tyler Perry is a praying man. I believe that.
Yeah, I believe that as well.
And if he touched Bishop,
you froze a little bit.
Because I know that I'm froze.
You froze a little bit, but go ahead.
I know that when you're talking about God and the Spirit, people have different opinions and comments and remarks, and this is fake, this is phony, this is this is that. But then when it's your turn, and God get a hold of you or me or someone else, you don't want people to say that it was fake or phony, especially when you know it was genuine.
Well, here's my take on it. I don't care what nobody got to say about me and my relationship with God. Call it fake, call it phony, call it what you want. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Well, whatever my relationship, that's why I said with the Tyler Perry thing, I could really care less, because it ain't my business. But social media blew it up, made it something that is bigger than what it is. But what I'm saying is that if you sit around and worry about what other people say about your relationship with God, you ain't gonna make it to heaven. Because somebody always gonna have something to say.
Always.
So as long as he feel and TD Jakes feel good about what, and everybody else in the house of the Lord that was in the presence, they feel good about it. Who cares about what the world say?
Yes, that's right.
So that's how, would I care if somebody classify what I have going on with my God as fake? Oh, well, that's on you. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Feel that way. That's how Tyler Perry and Bishop Jakes,
exactly.
Everyone that's under the cloth have to feel that way, because people is always going to have something to say about you.
Absolutely. So and it's not even just people under the cloth. People going to talk about people regardless, if you of the cloth or not. So don't think because you become of the cloth that you're exempt, because you're not. Because people going to talk about you regardless. So as long as you keep your relationship with God intact, who cares what somebody got to say about how you pray, how you get prayed on, or anything.
Yeah.
So that's my overall take of it. Now, when I first seen it, now the video, I have to see if I can find the original video that I seen. It was like amped up, and I was just like, "What is going? Is this another Tyler Perry? Is because Tyler Perry will have. I don't know if he ever had TD Jakes in one of his plays or his movies. I think he did, but don't quote me. But I was like, is this like a trailer? Like that's how I felt at first with the original video that I seen. That was all, edited. So yeah.
It made it look like it was a skit. Is that what you're
Not a
saying?
skit, but maybe it might be a trailer. You know how you just see a snippet or something. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, is Tyler Perry playing a pastor in the new movie that he about to be like? I didn't know.
Right. Thank you, John, for joining us. Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Thanks, sis, for joining us, Miss Dottie. Okay.
You froze again.
We have some comments.
Yeah, I read that one already.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. Yep, we're down. So
Hey, Cousin Danny, thanks for joining.
Cousin Danny said he spoke the word of God.
To both of you.
And then let's see. Miss Linda said he might have been put in a trance. Who knows? Cousin Danny said yes, that part. Cuz thank you. I'm assuming you're talking to me. I hope so. Or talking to both of us. Anyway, Dot said if God can use a jack booty, because you know I ain't saying that word, he can certainly use him.
A jackass. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna say jack booty. Okay. Thanks, Aunt Dot.
I don't know. Is that in the Bible? It might be in the Bible.
It probably is in the Bible, but I ain't saying it. That's a cuss word as far as I'm concerned, okay?
Back when I was growing up, we couldn't say but. We had to say backyard.
Backside.
Oh my God, it was crazy. But these kids these days, they using all of it.
Exactly.
Jack buddy. Okay, so we're going to change gears here a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to ask a simple question is what did you learn from your parents? Do you do things differently or?
Absolutely. No, I'm just joking. Okay, so let me start off with my daddy. Okay. I learned how to be, no, I'm not going to say cheap. Let's say conservative.
Okay.
With my money. To bargain shop. I know he got that from Nana Esther. Passed down to him. He passed it down to me.
Yeah.
Have my head on a swivel. Like, don't trust everybody. Everybody ain't trustworthy. If somebody burn you,
I'm the opposite.
Complete opposite. If somebody burn you, this is another thing I learned from Daddy. It's over with. Like, there's no like backseas,
chances after chances.
Yeah, I don't know, and because I feel like with my dad, and with me, I'm a very genuine person. I care for people. I like to see people win. So when I feel as though you're trying to play me, yeah, I'm over it. So, and it's fine with me. Now with my mother, she's the complete opposite. So what I do differently is I do not trust people as much as my mom do, but I am a giver, like my mother to a certain extent.
Can you repeat it because it froze on my end? I don't know whether it did it to anybody else.
Okay, yeah, let me know, you guys, if who's freezing or what's going on, because it seems like we may be having some difficulties a little bit. But my mom, I learned how to be a mother. Think I'm doing a pretty good job. The mothering, the loving part, everybody don't get that. So I'm grateful that I had a mom that loved on me, kissed on me, told me I love you every single day. That's definitely something that is very valuable. Hugs every day, never left the house without a hug, just wasn't going to happen.
True.
Always keep a job. Multiple streams of income. It was a time that I had 3 jobs, and it was I won't say it was unnecessary. I didn't have no kids. It was I just had 3 jobs. Working hard pays off. Yeah. Working hard pays off. Treat people how you want to be treated. I got that from my mother. just overall, just being a kind person. Like, I know I get my bubbly. Daddy was funny, and I get my humor from him because I'm, funny. At least I think so. Um, from you, I get my bubbly personality. Daddy wasn't bubbly. Like, he was
No, he was
funny, but
very
he
dry.
wasn't. Yeah, no, he was very dry. Okay, dry as somebody's scalp. Um, but as far as like the bubbly personality, the I demand like attention when I come in a room, like, but not in a cocky way, but I'm just, like, oh, she's cool, she's funny, she's not, like, I get that from you. The work ethic I got from you. The don't give up I got from you.
Yeah.
One door closed, climb through the window, I got through you.
Yeah.
I've got so many things from you. I really did. I got a lot from daddy too, but obviously you were the parent that I lived with. So I got so many things from you. Business
Yeah.
oriented and like minded, as far as like, some people like, why are you filling out a contract for that? Or why are you making somebody, like, everything got to be on a contract. Everything got to be paperwork. Like, I'm
That's how
very
you keep
detailed
friendship.
orientated. I got that from you. I don't know. I could go on for. I mean, I know the
Yeah.
show is only an hour. I can't just keep going. But
Right. Right. But
as
is
far
there
as
some
anything
people?
I would say differently, I know growing up, you worked a lot, a whole
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah. Too
So
much.
I do want to do that differently
Yeah.
because I want to be able to. I mean, you have a different mindset. You have the millionaire mindset, and not to say I have a thousandaire mindset, because I don't want to be broke or anything, but I put the value of spending time with my family. But I feel like you also set me up early to know generational wealth, how to start that, how to build that. So I'm starting early on so that I won't have to work as hard and be away from my children, because you have to work. That's the bulk of it. Like, parents have to work. So I do want to do that differently. Was there anything else? I got spankings. So I'm probably, spoil the rod, spare the rod, spoil the child. Yeah, we ain't doing, we ain't no gentle parenting over here. I mean, we're gentle, don't get me wrong, but we old school. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not it, but that's like the bulk of it. Like, the woman who I am, I model myself with pride. When people are like, oh, you little Regina, I'm like, oh yeah. So yeah, I think I got a lot from
Yeah.
you,
I
stuff
got
that
a
you
lot
know
from
and
my
that you don't
mother.
know.
I got a lot from my mother. The giving, the loving, being kind and
Mm-hmm.
generous and authentic. That is my mother all day long. Having an open door policy, letting everybody live. Now I've changed a lot on that end.
That I'm
I have.
definitely not. Listen,
Yeah.
that's definitely
I
different.
changed a
Okay,
lot
for
on that
me.
end because I know that that could be more harmful than good.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is not meant to live with you. And
Mm-hmm.
so I did change as it relates to that part. But when I was
Mm-hmm.
younger, I had an open door policy. Everybody lived with me. I mean, it was never a no. It
Everybody
was,
and their grandma, and the
it was,
dog, and the cat.
yeah, yeah. It was, it was one of those types of things where you thought you were doing the right thing, but being young and naive and inexperienced and not as wise as I am now, I when I look back at a lot of things I could have done differently, but I don't regret them. I just learned from them and then move forward in my life. But I think in parenting, we take and leave a little bit of everything
Mhm.
from our parents. Because I know
Yeah.
with you, when I grew up, my mother and my stepfather, my bonus dad, they were strict. They didn't want me to go anywhere. So with you, I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to be a little bit more lenient and allow you and give you and trust you more because I never gave
Mm-hmm.
them any reason not to trust me. Trust
Yeah.
me, but they just I guess they were scared of having a child coming, a baby,
Yeah, I
coming
think,
into
but
the house.
I really think a lot of like the old school people, I think that's why they were as strict, because they 9 times out of 10, some of them were teen moms.
Yeah,
And they like, listen, we ain't doing generational teen moms in here. Like, we gotta to put the foot down somewhere. So I think that's a big part of it too.
yeah, and it's so funny because I always was under the impression that my mom had a man wait, right? I didn't know until
Oh.
I became an adult that her waiting was only a few weeks. When I would make a man wait
And you froze on that too.
for months, but I learned older that that was not the case. In the olden days, they was getting down
Yeah,
because they
they
didn't have
wasn't
radio
messing
and
around. They ain't had no
TV.
time to waste. Okay,
They,
people was
yeah, they
going
was
off the wards and everything else. Listen, okay, what we doing?
right, and they was having child after child, 16 kids, 13 kids.
Yeah,
Now they barely having one or two.
I know it's so different now. So
Yeah, it's very different now.
yeah,
So
but I
let's hear.
definitely
I want
took
to
a lot
learn
from it.
whether
We do got a lot of comments that came from that, so that's good. So let's go on down the list. Let's see. Um, Linda said, "Ooh, I can't say that word either." PISS is in the Bible. It is. Ooh, ooh.
it's in the
David
Bible.
said, "Kill all that." What's that? Poditis, pisseth against the
This is
wall.
against the will, against the wall. Yeah,
Against the wall.
this is.
They was out there. They was out there urinating on walls. I let the oh Jesus.
Well, you
I ain't
know
know
they had
that.
outhouses back in the day. They didn't have no
I know, but
bathroom.
I'm just saying, as far as like in the Bible, like that, like okay, cousin Danny said it can go both ways. I learned to let my children make their own mistakes in life and learn from them.
Oh, I
Yes,
like
which
that.
is very good. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's great.
I definitely learned my own mistakes,
Yeah,
but I kind of learned through stories of other people.
yeah.
Like
I
I
like
can't
that. I like
really
that
I mean
comment.
obviously everybody makes mistakes, right? But I kind of like would take heed if somebody else went to do something similar. I'm like, I don't need to go through that to figure that out. Like, yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah, that was a
um
good one, Danny. That's a good one.
yeah. Tiana said, from my mother I learned what not to do. From my dad, I learned how to read people very well, and I learned how to fight with my mouth, and I learned about how to deal with a man.
Oh,
All right now,
nice.
T.
That's nice. And
Yes.
yeah, and you know how to fight, Tiana.
Hello. Exactly.
She's a black belt in karate, so she could go.
Yes.
I would hate
Jasmine
for a man to
says,
hit her.
no,
Ah,
absolutely.
please.
Let's see. So Jasmine says, absolutely. Learn what not to do from my mother. Okay. I learned not to act off of emotions and think things through. How to treat any and everyone with respect and not take everything so seriously.
Oh,
Yes.
nice, nice.
That's good. That's
I like
good.
that one too.
Cousin Danny said, yes. Yes, mama taught me to. Okay, I'm getting tongue twisted, y'all. Yes, mama taught me to always do and be better than her in life.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, definitely. And you know what? That's a
Um,
generational thing. But let me just say this, because she made a good point. All
mm,
mothers and fathers are not like that. That's
no.
a special trait. Because a
Yes.
lot of, believe it or not, a lot of parents are jealous of their children. And not, there are some parents out there
I
jealous
believe
of
it.
their kids.
Or even not even just that. I see a lot of times people forget that they were a kid and that they were a teenager and that they, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you're so far so far off of that generation of as far as like teenage adolescent years that you forget what you done did. Okay,
Yeah,
so you got to give them grace as well. So
yeah.
cousin Danny said your parents did good with you, cuz thank you.
Oh, thank you, cuz. I love her.
Jasmine said Shakira got her business skills from you, mom. Definitely, she always on top of
Oh,
everything, and she's so responsible and very respectful. Yes,
oh,
thank
thank
you,
you.
sister.
That's so awesome. Thank you.
Cousin Nanny said, Regina, I love the way you love on family. Yes,
Oh,
nobody like you are like I would you say the glue? You're the person, the go-to person, regardless of anything. Like you're always on top of everything with family. You got the I won't say you got the answer to everything because nobody has the answer to everything, but I could
yeah.
bet my bottom dollar 98% of the time you got the answer to the how are we related. related to, where did this person move to, who's this kid, like you always know. And even just down to like if a family member put out, hey, I'm looking for XYZ, you always stop whatever you're doing, jump right in and give them whatever information you have.
Yeah, I love my
So
family.
yes,
That's one thing about my mother. She said family comes first. And
yes.
she drilled that in me, and all of us, actually, all of my siblings, we all are like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think probably for me, I might be probably more aggressive at it,
Very
than my older
aggressive.
siblings. But yes, my family is everything to me. Not
Okay,
grandma
what
and the
else we
dog.
got? Not grandma and the dog. Yes, okay. Everybody in there. I would come home and be like, who moved in? Like it was just like that, Jasmine. It was just
Yeah, it
I
was
don't,
bad.
and it's so funny, right? We never lived by ourselves. Like after her and my dad separated, we never lived by ourselves until I was like 16 years old, 17 years old.
Yeah.
And my mom and my dad separated like 4. So you do the math, okay? Somebody was always living with us, okay? And don't get me
That's
wrong, it was fun to always have somebody at the house, but it was like, sometimes I feel like sometimes you also have to be careful that you're not becoming an enabler. Because sometimes these certain people were repeat offenders. So you want to
yeah.
make sure you're
And it
not enabling
and it definitely played
people.
a factor on my marriage, because your father was a total opposite.
Oh, complete opposite. Okay.
He
Complete.
was total opposite, but because I was so determined and headstrong,
A
that definitely
Leo.
played a big
Say the
part
Leo.
in my
You're
marriage.
Leo.
And yeah,
It's
definitely.
the Leo.
Yes, and us separating.
Cousin
That's so
Danny said,
true.
that's right. We learn from our mistakes.
Yeah.
Yes,
In my next
absolutely.
relationship, when I do get in a relationship, honey, I'm gonna learn. I've learned a lot.
Tiana said, from my dad, I also learned my work ethic, how to be genuine, and how a father should treat their daughter, or how a man should treat a
Ooh,
woman. From Aunt Bobby, my mother figure, I learned how to cook, how to be nurturing, caring, and how to be a woman. Yes, Aunt
nice. I
Bobby.
love
Yes.
it. Barbara, yes. That's
Yes, the life.
awesome.
Now that when y'all say life of the party, okay.
Yeah.
Now, Bobby, now that is the life of NT party,
Oh
okay.
my God, girlfriend. Yes,
She
she
is
makes you
turned
laugh.
up all the
Yes,
time. Um,
absolutely. Absolutely.
yes. Let's see. We got more comments too. Okay, so, Miss Linda said King David was saying he would kill all the men in the village. Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Oh, wow.
King David was something else in the
There
Bible.
wasn't nothing to play with. Cousin Danny said, yes, they are, cuz Boogie always said family over everything. Yes.
Oh, yes. Boogie,
Yes.
family over
I still got my shirt.
everything. Yeah, me too. I think I'm gonna wear it this
Yes.
week. Family over everything. Rest in
Mm-hmm.
peace, Robert Barnes Jr. We miss you so much.
Yes.
Absolutely. And shout out to all the Leos this month. If you're a Leo and you celebrating, shout out to you. Happy
Mm-hmm.
birthday. Okay, so we're gonna change the subject now. And I know that we missed last week, so we didn't really get a chance to talk about this last week. But Carly Russell was arrested and charged. What do you think will happen to her now?
She need to go to jail. Okay. She need to pay restitution. Okay. For all that mess that she caused, all that manpower that she wasted. And I mean, not for nothing, and this, I don't want to sound harsh, but Black people, we do not get coverage like this, okay? So for it to be wasted on something that was a complete lie,
Yeah,
it's heartbreaking. Because it's
yeah.
just like, what happens when a real Black girl go missing, which I'm pretty
And
sure
it's
one already
happening
went.
now.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, people are not going to be so inclined to let me go ahead and repost, especially people that
Right.
have big platforms, because that's the main thing that I was seeing, like on my social media, like people that were sharing and putting her face out there and saying please find her, they had millions of viewers,
I'm
and
telling
they went
you,
back
I
and said I
mean,
wish I never posted her.
that was terrible.
It was horrible.
So, do
So
you think she's going to get jail time?
I don't know if she maybe get jail time. I don't think they're going to do that, but they are going to make her pay. Okay. This is not just something that's just going to get swept underneath the rug.
Yeah.
And apparently this is a very Caucasian area, high end area. It's not like somebody, you know, down the street, so like high end. So they're not about to just let her just walk away. So
She needs mental evaluation. She definitely needs counseling. I can't say, well, because she lied to the police, that is a felon. Okay, so she
yes,
may get some time for that. If
yeah.
she's never been in trouble before, she might get on probation.
Mm.
And but she could do a year or 6 months, or depends on how the judge and the prosecutor. It's a toss up.
Yeah,
But what do
it's
you think? What do
definitely.
you think would be a punishment for someone who have done that to her community and to so many
I
people
think she
around
should
the
have to do
world?
community service. I think she
Okay.
should definitely have to do some community service. I think she would have to pay restitution. Now, would I say millions and millions of dollars? No. The girl is not, you know, it's not like it's Oprah or somebody, you know, that got money. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think you should do it like that, but I think she definitely should have to pay. And I think it should be on her record. I know that sounds harsh too, but you have to, when you do things, you have to have consequences to it. And stuff like that, that's not cool. And I feel as though maybe not on a record per se, but she definitely needs to do community service. I wouldn't be opposed to her going to jail for 30 days to learn her little lesson. But it just would be after she gets mentally evaluated.
Yeah,
Again, I know we had spoke about this before. Everybody that do stupid stuff is not mentally challenged. Okay.
that's
So
true.
but if it does come out that she does have mental issues, then I think that the sentence should be, you know, like things should be revamped for her.
Yeah.
But if she's saying, okay, ma'am, that it was, and to say a baby was like, you
That
didn't
was
just say I
that
got
was like
kidnapped. You said a
so.
baby was on the side of the road. Like you
I
went all the way
can't.
through. Okay.
I mean, but see, she didn't.
She
She
left a
probably didn't
wig
know.
behind in the car. Like, what's going on?
But she didn't know that it was recording on that highway.
Yeah.
See that, and because they never seen. But the funniest thing, they never seen. I know they took it out to be analyzed, but they haven't come back yet that I know of. Maybe y'all may have heard otherwise, but they didn't see where she disappeared to.
Probably in the woods somewhere.
Probably so. Oh,
Probably in the
but I
woods.
wondered whether she was with someone, and if she was with someone, whether that person would ever come forth.
No, they. You think they're gonna get involved in this? They be like, man, I don't know. My name is Bennett, and I ain't in it.
Yeah.
They ain't see me. They ain't gonna see me. Okay. No.
Right.
I just. But what was the purpose, ma'am? What exactly was there? What
I
when
don't know.
in that moment? What did you say to yourself and be like, you know what? I'm gonna say I'm getting kidnapped.
But she probably did not think it was going to get the exposure that it.
Of course not. But even if it's not to get exposure, right? What in your right mind made you say it was a kid on the side of the road? Like, what were
If
you
she
going
lied
through in
about
that
that,
moment
she
that
lied about
had to
so
be
much
prompted
more.
like that?
If she lied about that, she's lied about so much more. Trust me.
Yeah. Listen, researching how to rob her job, how to steal from a register, ma'am. It's too much.
Too much.
Okay, so cousin Danny said, girl, her behind, because you know I ain't gonna say that, needed to go to jail for what she did. Very sad for what she did just because her man didn't want her.
Oh, is
Oh,
that what it was?
I know that her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend had came forward and said stop bullying her, but I didn't know what the premise of their relationship was or where it stood. I
What?
wouldn't
Oh,
be
I didn't know
surprised.
that. Oh, child.
Mm.
Oh, so she did
Ms.
that
Linda
because
says
he
she
was.
should pay restitution and get counseling. She has mental issues. That verdict is still out. Okay. We don't know if she's mentally challenged. She might just be a weirdo. There's a lot of weirdos out there that's very sane. And she might be one of them, you
Mentally
guys. She
challenged.
might be one of them.
Wow. That's crazy. She just,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to say.
Cousin Danny said the Jesse dude, Jesse Smollett, with with I'm guessing
Oh, yeah, he
went to jail and walked right out the next day. Yes, that was a mess. Why did they even do that? That was so unnecessary. That was so
He
dumb.
sure did.
The
Because
next
you know
day,
why? Because he was probably innocent. How about that?
I don't think so, Mom. He said white men with maggot hats on But sir, you brought the rope. You had your Nigerian friends buy the ropes and all. Sir, you knew
His
these
word against
people.
theirs.
He knew them black men.
Yeah, but I don't know. People, let me tell you.
No, Jussie Smollett, listen, he was trying to catch us. This was in the height of the whole Trump era with him acting all wild and buck wild. And he said, you know what, I'm gonna get some attention too. Yeah, and got the after you left Subway, huh? That's what happened
Yeah,
after you left Subway?
yeah,
Yeah, no.
right.
Absolutely not. Cousin Danny also said Regina Wilmore Robinson, you trying to make a Lifetime movie out of this.
Who was that? Was that somebody I
Regina
need to look
Wilmore
up?
Robinson, isn't that one of the right? I think that's one of the, I think it's a writer for Lifetime.
Oh, is
But
it?
I would
Okay.
not listen. It probably will be.
Yeah.
Now this will be the shocker, right? Because they was quick to do the Gabby Petito.
Did they do
This
a
is
movie
just
for
as
him?
good. They
They
did
didn't
a
do.
Gabby Petito when Gabby Petito went missing. They did a Lifetime movie like that.
Oh
It
yeah,
was
but I'm
fast
talking about Jess.
after they, huh?
The guy. Did they do one for him?
Who?
Jesse, the
Jesse?
guy. Okay.
No, not yet. But I wouldn't be. Listen, they need to because I could do a nice little Saturday kiki and laugh. Because these people just. And do I think he's mentally insane? No. I think that he's an actor, and he thought he was going to act his little way out of this, and yeah,
The verdict is
no.
still out.
The verdict is still out. That's what, yes, absolutely. Jasmine said, it seems like she was trying to get the attention of an ex, but I'm not sure. I think she will get charged with a misdemeanor. If she has mental issues, she needs to be treated, not prosecuted. But it does seem like she thought it thought it all out completely. If she was accompanied, he, she, they need to be evaluated and charged as well. Yeah, if she had other people there, yeah, if they find out, they down with
Ooh,
it
child,
too.
that's gonna
Okay.
be a mess.
Yeah, but ain't nobody coming. Listen, if they ain't find them now, ain't nobody coming forward and say, "Hey, I was in the car." They not doing that.
Oh
Cousin
God.
cousin Danny said Jesse was just messy. Yes, he definitely
Yeah.
messy boots.
And you know what? He was
Jasmine
the
said,
cause of the show going off, right?
"Yeah, and power. That was it." And
Oh,
I
that
know
was
all of
messy.
those people was
Everybody
mad.
lost their job.
Now, Empire, I used to watch it when it first came on. Then it became really weird, very weird, and I just stopped watching. But they were still actively on when he did all this mess. Like it was about to come back from a season or something season, and I think it came back to finish off, but it kind of wrote him off somewhere. I don't know. I didn't watch it, so
Yeah, it never was the same after that.
no, it didn't come back after that. Pretty
Mm-mm.
much they didn't do another season after that. It was over.
Wow.
Jasmine said, definitely don't think Jesse was innocent. Money got him out. Okay.
Wow.
Yes.
Money would do it
I
every
wouldn't be
time.
surprised if they do a movie. Lifetime does not miss a biopic. Yes. Listen, I love me some Lifetime. Okay. That's my jam. So I'm here for it. I
Wow.
am here for it.
Wow. We're going to shift gears real quick on a topic that I don't know whether any of you heard about it, but there was two black men were ordered to go sit at the back of an empty bus. The bus driver threatened to call the police if they didn't follow orders. What would you do
Take
if
the
the
bus
bus
over.
driver told you,
No,
get in the back of the bus,
I'm not getting on the bus.
but you're
Is that
already on the bus. You're sitting down, he done pulled off, and he's telling you to get to the back of the bus.
I'm pretty sure you had a phone. Call the cops yourself. I'm not gonna be like, oh yes, sir. I should get back there in the back of the book. I'm not doing
But you know
that,
what?
sir.
The
I
two
don't.
black men, they got on the back. They went to the back of the bus because they were afraid.
It froze. I'm sorry, it froze. You froze. You said
Okay.
they got on the back of the bus because the guy said so. He said it while he was pulling off.
Well, apparently they were on the bus and he was driving. He told them to sit. He ordered them to go to the back of the bus, but the bus was empty.
Sir,
Yeah, it's really bad. I'm sure probably a lawsuit is going to come out of it.
Oh yes,
Um,
absolutely. I'm back at a bus. Excuse me.
yeah, and especially in 2020, 23, you know, that's like I wouldn't say unheard of, but
I'm
it's
not
like,
surprised because it's down south. So I'm never shocked with any type of blatant racism that happens down there.
right.
But yeah, I would have called the cops myself. Oh, don't worry, sir. I got the cops right on the phone. You got something to say? Like, why
Yeah,
am I getting on the bus? First of all, ain't even nobody here, sir. We're the only ones on the bus. Me, you, and the bus driver. Like, why am I getting in the back?
yeah,
Um, yeah.
didn't
I
make any
understand if
sense.
he already pulled off, you don't want the man to like try to run into a pole or something like that, acting all crazy. But I
Right.
definitely would have called the cops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was insane as far as I was concerned. I don't know. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Cousin
so
Danny said, I would have said, do I look like Rosa Parks to you? Let me off.
right.
Jasmine said, I would have flipped that bus upside down. Doc
Right.
said, he loads them from the back
Yeah.
to the
That
front.
was his excuse that he loads people from the back to the front. But the people that was catching the bus, they said they never heard of this and they had been catching the bus for a long time. But he was a new employee. He hadn't been with the company that long. But I'm
And
sure
he
it's going to
was,
be a lawsuit. I'm
oh,
sure
yes.
is going to be a lawsuit behind that one. Yes.
Uh,
Because you
Jasmine said, I agree on calling the cops first. Now say what you said on speaker, sir. Hello. Like, yes. I hope they recorded it. So they have some proof.
telling Dr. Omar.
Yes,
I
somebody.
couldn't imagine someone telling him.
Somebody called Dr. Umar so he can be right up on it, making a video.
Oh my
Because
God.
that's insane.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
sit wherever you want on the bus. The loading from the back is uncalled for. Yes, Jasmine, absolutely. That don't even make no sense. Like, you're doing too much.
It's
Mm-mm.
crazy.
Very much
Didn't
so.
make any sense. It's crazy. I do. This is our last topic that I want um to talk about,
Mm-hmm.
and you might have heard about it already. That leprosy cases surging in Central Florida, and new cases are in California, Louisiana, Hawaii, New York, and Texas. CDC states it could become endemic, which means happen all the time, which
Mm-hmm.
is kind of crazy because this is biblical. Leprosy
Mm-hmm.
is in the Bible, talks about it. It's like
Mm-hmm.
these rashes that come on you and this lumps that comes on your face and all over your body. Now there is a
Jesus.
cure from what I'm reading. There is a cure, but it is contagious. So be careful what you touch, especially because it's in New York, which is right next door to us.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know whether anyone has heard about it.
Yeah, that's the first time I've heard. I mean, well, actually, I seen it on the news, like clippets of it. I didn't know. I know that they had mentioned Florida. I heard Texas. I didn't hear New York, so that's new news to me. Um, so that's why I don't like going outside. Okay.
You said
Yeah,
you don't
that
like going
it's just
outside?
no, I don't. I mean, I go out because I have to, but it's just so much between the pandemic, it's a lot.
Yeah.
And one thing that I will say, allegedly, this is allegedly, people, these are just my opinions. I do not believe that anything comes out that they don't know is going to come out.
Oh, definitely not.
Meaning government.
Yeah.
Meaning I feel like majority of the time it's orchestrated to and is here to serve a purpose.
It's here to get rid of some of us.
Exactly. Like, I mean, allegedly, I feel like the government put out the pandemic to get rid of old people because that's who was knocking it off first. They was knocking off old people left and right because they're running out of Social Security.
Yeah.
People are living longer. So now they're like, "Where's my money?" And they didn't spent the money. The money was there. Okay, now the money gone. So they like, how are we going to
But
get rid of all these people that's still living? People are living to be
yeah,
100.
yeah, Social
So
Security. Yeah, they definitely trying to get tapping that Social Security.
exactly.
'Cause
So I feel as
most,
though that what happened, it was working. Because if you remember in the beginning of the pandemic, it was just attacking a whole bunch of nursing homes. And I mean,
mm-hmm,
the seniors was dying by the boatload. But then it got out of control and
yeah,
went left. And they
right.
didn't know how to control it. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's honestly my opinion on exactly how that goes. So with this new thing, I wonder what the agenda is, allegedly, if they have anything to do with it. Because this is just I don't, it's
Yeah, it's
just, it's
crazy.
sad. It's very,
But it
very
makes you
sad.
it makes you do a drawback if you see somebody that look.
Listen, I need to see your arm, sir. Like, no, absolutely not. I don't even want to see now. I don't even want deliveries. Like,
Listen,
I
it
need to put a
reminds
garden in the backyard. Like, it's like, no,
it was
mm-mm.
crazy because when AIDS came out, back in, God, it probably was the 80s when it really was effective. And we had our restaurant, and I remember a young lady that was coming inside the restaurant. Everybody knew her from the streets, and they was like,
Mm,
"Don't serve her. She's contagious. She's got the AIDS." And I didn't know what I didn't know what to do, but
mm,
my humanity of me, I served her. I
mm,
served her, and I just prayed to God. But one of the things I think with any disease or illness, and you don't know what it is, and contagious, so forth and so on, we just have to be careful and cautious. That's all. We have to be careful and cautious moving forward. I do want to say this before we get ready to end our live. I want to share some information with you all. If you are a veteran that served or still serving our country and you are in need of a car, go to www.cars, the number 4, heroes.org and apply for a free car. Again, go to www.cars for heroes car. Now, I haven't forgot about those that may not have served in the military. So if you have not served in the military and if you need a car, go to www.800charitycars.org. Again, www.800charitycars.org and apply for a free car. Must be eligible according to the guidelines of the organization. So I want to say thank you all so much for joining us on Mama Said It. There'll be days like this. Mama said it. Woo! There'll be days like this. Mama said it. We got a few more comments that we're going to hit before we depart. Let's see. Where were we? Shakira made a movie.
hold on 1 second.
Okay, Jasmine. Okay, I think it was Linda.
More topics. Gay dancer killed in New York.
Mm. Wow, we got to learn more about that one because there's so much of that going on. There's so much.
Guy tried to steal cigarettes and get a butt whooping from the store owner.
Oh yeah, that was funny. that one was. So, I don't mean to laugh, but he went in there. He had a big old trash can, and he was in there trying to steal. Not was trying. He was stealing, putting a whole bunch of stuff in his garbage container. Child, it came from behind that counter and started welling on that butt. It reminded me of Jumbo's. Oh boy.
Oh wow. Okay. The last one says, nothing is by happenstance, and these illnesses are made to attack the black and brown DNA. They study us to try and conquer us, but we are protected by the universe. Other nationalities added are simply casualties of war. We need to grow our own food and heal ourselves with herbal remedies, treat our bodies well, and but our health first. I believe anything could be healed by our complex inner healing system. The store
Amen to
owner
that. I
is the
agree.
village we need.
I agree. I agree with that 100%. Yes, I agree 100%. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We wish you all a happy, and successful, and miraculous week coming up. Happy birthday to
Yes.
me. I'll be turning yes on tomorrow. Women don't
Yes.
normally tell the age, but I want to say God bless each of you. And thank you so much for viewing. And please find it in your heart to hit that share button, hit that like
Yes.
button.
Share,
And we
like,
thank you so much
comment.
and hope to see you next week.
Yes, absolutely. Bye,
Mama said
everybody.
it. There'll be days like this. Mama said it. Woo! Love y'all.